Here's what's coming up on tonight's show.
In news, Professor Jones resigns.
5-day forecast right after this.
In sports, the basketball teams brought home a win.
Mr. Concordia on A&E.
All that and more, stay tuned.
Hey Cobbers, welcome to Concordia On Air.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Dylan.
And we're going to be your hosts for tonight's show.
You guys might be wondering why exactly we are all dressed up. And, well, it's
a facetious protest against the fact that there's no Miss Concordia pageant.
And only Mr. Concordia.
But we're not serious.
It's just we wanted to dress up.
Yeah.
And so we did. But apparently the Mr. Concordia is coming up this weekend, so that's always exciting.
I believe in the Centrum at 7:30 on Saturday.
Yeah. There's also like other news that I've heard about, like there was a pipe break, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Everyone received an email about how there was a main pipe break underneath.
I think it was Jones to Olson or something like that. Which is kind of upsetting, but I think they're planning to get it fixed relatively soon, within the next couple of days.
Tends to happen when it's really freezing outside, and my goodness, it has been so cold.
At least it's been better than lately, because usually the snow hasn't been that bad, but the wind has been crazy like last week, but it's getting a little bit better with not so much cold, but just a lot more fun snow.
Yeah, I'm kind of a fan of the new fluffy snow. It's kind of the kind that's usually in the songs where, you know, fluffy flakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes.
Yep.
I like this stuff more.
Yeah.
This is a little more fun to play with.
You are from
California.
California.
I'm a transfer from UCLA,
so she knows differences in snow, I guess.
Yeah, it has a personality. So far I've run into stinging stuff that bites your face when it blows, and other stuff that's just really fluffy and kind of neat. I don't know.
Yeah. So what do you like about Concordia so far?
I really love the small class sizes. My professors actually talk directly to us. We're not just a number in the crowd.
Yeah.
That's
what
my
were the
favorite.
class sizes back in
I think our stadium classes had about 250 people, and the small classes were about 50.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's quite a switch going from 250 to 32 in my biggest classes.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. Way huge difference. So, what are you thinking about this weekend? Are you going to be doing anything fun? Is there anything that you're going to go do?
Well, actually, I'm going to learn how to ski. Downhill skiing. I tried cross country. That was kind of a flummox. But the downhill is supposed to be a lot of fun with all the snow that's happened recently.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
I just usually stay on the bunny hill along with snowboarding. So I'm not I don't know how to say this, but the best at it.
I haven't even tried snowboarding.
Yeah.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, it's fun, except when you're on the big hills, and then I usually just kind of sit on it and use it as a sled.
Alrighty.
So, I don't know. But now it's over to Scott with the top story.
Hey, thanks, guys. The top story tonight focuses on the annual Concordia Faculty Art Exhibition. This annual exhibition features some of the most incredible artwork of Concordia art faculty. David Boggs, Heidi Goldberg, Ross Hilgers, Mark Duen-Mickelson, and Stephen Rizak. Faculty members work in a variety of media, including bronze, clay, graphic design, oil photography, printmaking, processes, and watercolor. There'll be a public reception held on Tuesday, January 17th at 4 to 6 p.m. in the theater building at Concordia. See you then.
News. I'm Sam Honestead.
And I'm Maddie Campbell.
After 7 years of teaching in the music department, Professor Scott Jones announced his resignation late last week. During his career here at Concordia, Jones led the Concordia Band, taught conducting, as well as created the Echo Band. Jones has been accepted as a band director at his alma mater, Ohio State University. His resignation will go into effect in late May after the band returns from an international tour in China. Dr. Robert Chabora, head of the music department, stated that the opening of his position has just been posted on Concordia's website and that they expect to keep the momentum of the band going even after Jones has left.
February is just around the corner, and before we all become too wrapped up in Valentine's Day, the Office of Student Success has something in store for students. From February 1st through the 8th, Concordia will be the scene of a campus-wide scavenger hunt. That's right. The Office of Student Success has been working diligently to put together the scavenger hunt with a grand prize of $100. For more information on this exciting event, visit the Office of Student Success in the basement of Philstead. Also, keep an eye out for the Copper Scavenger Hunt on Facebook.
Are you suffering from anxiety, stress, or just plain winter blues? Do you want to reflect on your values or intentions? If you said yes to either of these questions, then you should come check out the Mindfulness Meditation session sponsored by the Counseling Center. In this session, you will learn basic meditation techniques, which include sitting still, feeling your breath, observing what is happening inside you, and more. This enlightening session is being held this Friday, January 27th, in Jones C and D in the Campus Center at 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Come check it out.
This Friday, Concordia Entertainment Commission and the Student Wellness Advisory Committee partner up for the annual health fair. The event will take place from 10 to 2 in the Centrum. This year, there will be nearly 40 different booths participating from both on and off campus organizations, promoting a healthy lifestyle. Many of the booths will offer screenings, handouts, and demonstrations that will provide students with the information they need to make healthy decisions. Another perk offered are 2 gift cards to Shields, valued at $100 and $150.
Did you ever want to be a secret agent? Well, Dining Services is giving you the opportunity to go undercover and be a secret shopper. Some of the places you will be able to shop at include the Maze, the Coffee Shop, and even the Corn Crib. If you think you can be a covert food critic, pick up an application at the entrance of Anderson Commons. When you finish your application, bring it back to the checker stand or email it to diningservices@cord.edu.
Students thinking of studying abroad should check out the Office of Global Education Spring Showcase on January 31st in the Knutson Campus Center atrium. Students are encouraged to check out the different programs available to them and sign up for Gateway to Study Abroad meetings. Between Fall 2012 exploration seminars and the Spring 2013 semester programs, students will have the chance to learn what trips are most suited to their interests, so don't forget to take a walk through the atrium between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. on Tuesday, January 31st. And now let's see something on the environmental study.
A term, it's called ecological literacy. And as a whole, Americans have really lost touch with nature, with ecology. We don't know where our food comes from. We don't know where our waste goes. We know very little about this world that we live in.
In order to promote environmental sustainability on campus, a number of Concordia faculty have adopted environmental studies aspects into their courses for the funding of the Cargill Grant. Dr. Bishop, who is the co-chair of the Environmental Studies Department, thinks this is sending a positive message about a commitment to sustainability.
One of the things it's showing is that we now have a commitment to developing this program and to really infusing it with new vigor.
Dr. Lindholm applied for the grant and has tailored his Urban Communities course to examine the way in which humans interact with their environment.
Natural disasters are always also social disasters, and that they relate to the way that human beings have related to their physical environments, their natural environments.
Lindholm wants to provide students with a different perspective of how to look at the places people live, including here in Fargo-Moorhead.
But I think one big example is that people talk about fighting the flood. And I think, that idea of fighting the flood presumes or kind of constructs a certain kind of relationship or understanding of nature that shapes the way that policymakers plan and think about how to deal with a flood in ways that I think are not necessarily optimal.
Dr. Bishop hopes that Dr. Lindholm's and other courses will broaden students' views on how they affect their surroundings.
I'm hoping that the students, whether they're environmental studies or not, that they will be making the connections, seeing the bigger world, the broader picture out there of how, whether or not you're an environmental studies major, you're a communications major, you're a history major, you're a biology major, you will see the connections that we all live in the environment, and what we do in the environment impacts us.
Lindholm wants to encourage students to be proactive as well.
That I really want students to come away from the course realizing that human hands shape the way communities are organized, and that there are better ways to do that.
Dr. Bishop hopes there will be lasting, long-term effects for students as a result of this commitment to environmental studies.
I'm hoping there's going to be a change, especially in students. I have a lot of high hopes for students that they are going to be the next generation to say enough of this. We've got to change our ways. We can't keep doing the way we're doing.
With Jocelyn Horsdovsky, this is Patrick Runlet for Concordia On Air.
So I had to.
Thanks for the information on the Environmental Studies program, guys. Welcome to Weather. I'm Scott Severson. And let's take a look at the weather right now. Up in Minot, it's about 41 degrees. International Falls, about 34. Beautiful day, actually. It's warming up this week, so it's not as cold as it was before. International Falls, we see a cold front coming in through here. And then you also see this little bit of a mix of ice and so forth over here. And coming through, actually, the most of the North Dakota area and on down through some snow and icy down in through the Minnesota area. If you look back here, you'll see down into the Waterloo area too, there's some breaking off into that and then kind of tapering off. And then as we move on, we see Concordia College. And look at that beautiful picture of Concordia out there, huh? Well, you know what? Last night, there was a beautiful thing that happened last night. And the Aurora Borealis, better known as the Northern Lights, lit up the sky with amazement. And I want to share a little bit with you insight on how this all happens. The northern lights are simply discharged particles from the sun that pass through the magnetic shield of Earth and create light when they mix with nitrogen and oxygen gases as they enter into the Earth's atmosphere. So make sure you check out the spectacular site online if you haven't yet. And now, guess what? We're going to kick it off to Dylan, Danny, and Ashley to learn of the upcoming Mr. Concordia event.
Hey, thanks Scott for your awesome weather report. And today we have Ashley and Danny with us, and they are from, where is it called?
Lambda Delta Sigma.
And you're the sorority, correct?
Yes.
Yep. All right, so you guys are putting on the Mr. Concordia, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Mr. Concordia is pretty much a man pageant, so a bunch of the Mr. Concordia, bunch of guys around campus will be coming and showing off talent, some cover pride, and of course we're going to quiz them. And so one of them will get crowned our Mr. Concordia on Saturday.
Were any of them like volunteers or like they voted, or do you guys know really?
They're all
they volunteer.
They're all volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah. They are itching for that Cobra crown.
Oh,
so
that's good.
We don't need to do any saying to get them to come.
They
all
want it.
flock, yeah.
They kind of flock to us and are pretty competitive about it. So.
All right, yeah. So when exactly is it, and what should people expect when they come to attend?
It's Saturday in the Centrum at 7:30.
All right.
They should expect a lot of funny stuff, a bunch of different talents. We got some music guys, some of the guys from Carbonation, so 9 contestants. And I don't know.
Great times. Danny's going to be emceeing this year.
Yeah, so you'll see my face up there on stage.
Memorize it.
Yeah.
Know it.
Know it. You'll see it.
And so what about tickets? Where are you selling them? How to get them? Prices, stuff like that?
They are $1 right now in advance.
All right.
In the atrium, we have a table set up, so you can come buy the tickets, and you can donate your ticket price to one of the contestants, so to help them earn points to become Mr.
So
Concordia.
points are part of it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
You know, all that. And then it's $2 at the door.
$2 at the door. So it's $1 if before, and then $2 at the door.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. And do you guys know how long exactly Mr. Concordia has been going on? Like, has it been a couple years, or has it been like a long tradition that you guys had?
It's a newer tradition. About the last 5 years we've been doing it. So it's been on campus, it's known, but it's not ancient.
Okay. Yeah, and then who exactly is it benefiting?
The YWCA, which is a dedicated shelter for battered and abused women.
Okay. Does it, what exactly do you guys do besides that? Do you do anything besides the Mr. Concordia for this? Or is it just this is exactly for the YWCA?
Yeah, this event is only for the YWCA. Throughout the year we do other philanthropic things for other organizations. So but this one tends to be our most popular one and the one that kind of generates the most money. So
and obviously the most funny.
Yes.
Most awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, most creative. So what can you guys tell us about Lambda, Delta, and Sigma?
You almost got it.
It's a mouthful, definitely.
We are the last sorority on campus.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we have been going since 1919. Our emblem is the flamingo.
Yeah.
Flamingo. Yeah. Very nice.
Everybody's got to have a mascot. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
You guys got yours.
Yes.
We got
a bright pink flamingo.
Well, why not be loud and proud? So
obviously, you guys do it well. So, well, now it's over to sports.
Thanks, Dylan. Welcome to sports. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Katie Stout. As you all probably know, the Super Bowl is coming up within the next few weekends. And since we're girls, I feel like our favorite part is probably the halftime show.
Definitely the halftime
And
show.
word on the street for the pregame I hear is that Kelly Clarkson could perform, which I'm pretty excited about.
That'll be awesome. Kelly Clarkson is a great singer. It'll be fun.
She is. And then I know that it's the 49ers and the Giants.
Yep.
So that should be pretty good. The boys can watch their part. And then I also like the commercials though too.
The commercials are always funny.
And I know that the Doritos one last year was one of my favorites.
Very surprising. Yes, took me off
So
guard.
you all have to tune into that.
All right, the Concordia women's hockey team pulled off another win last night against the St. Ben's Blazers. It was a game of give and take as both teams continued to score and save goals. Concordia held a multiple goal lead for 2 periods until the Blazers made a 2-goal comeback in the 3rd period. It all came down to the final minute of the game when sophomore Brianne Julius scored her 2nd goal of the game for the win. Concordia beat St. Ben's 3-2, holding their 2nd place rank in league standings. Concordia hosts the number 5 ranked Gustavus team this Friday and Saturday, January 27th and 28th.
Concordia men's basketball won against St. John's on Saturday 89-64, with an overall team total of 13 3-point shots during the game. Junior Andrew Martinson scored 27 points. The team was only 2 3-pointers away from matching the school record of 15 3-pointers in a game. The Cobbers are 7-10 in the league, and this is the 2nd game they've scored more than 80 points. Cobber men will play Augsburg at home this Saturday.
The athletic department will be directed by a new face this semester when Rich Glass begins his duties as head director beginning March 15th. Currently, the head men's basketball coach, Glass will succeed Dr. Larry Pappenfuss, who is glad to become the annual Fund and External Relations Director in the Office of Advancement. Glass joined the Concordia family in 2008 when he earned his 500th coaching victory with the Cobbers. Commenting on his new leadership role, Glass says that coming to Concordia has been an extremely rewarding experience. We have a great team of administrators and coaches and committed to producing scholar athletes whose success goes well beyond athletic competition. Building winners and leaders is what we're all about here.
Concordia women's basketball took home a win on Saturday against St. Ben's 66-52. Trisha Sorensen scored 20 points for the Cobbers. Emily Thessing scored 13 and 6 assists. The Cobbers are 10-6 in the regular season. The Cobbers play St. Kate's tonight in Memorial Auditorium. Head on over to the game right now and support our women's basketball team.
The Concordia wrestling team suffered a disappointing loss against the number 1 ranked St. Cloud State last Friday. Losing 33-6, Darren Hobeen and Justin Coleman earned the only 2 victories for the Cobbers. Kyle Leduc and Nate Schmitz were close contenders for victories, but were unable to come out with a takedown against their competitors. Concordia will compete at the Minnesota Duels this Saturday, January 28th, against Augsburg, St. John's, and St. Olaf. The matches will be hosted by Augsburg College.
Concordia men's hockey lost 2 games against St. John's this weekend. The Cobbers are now 8-8 and 3 in the regular season. The Cobbers are in a 3-way tie for 2nd place in the league. Goalie Chris Neomontis made 19 saves and Mark Harry scored his 2nd goal of the season. The men's next game is against Gustavus away this weekend. Keep up with the men's hockey team at gocobbers.com. And up next, we have footage of the art department's new wood fire kiln, which is supposed to be more eco-friendly.
So I had 20 students, among other things, working on this garden project. We had a successful first year. We did some fundraising, and so they did some more fundraising this spring. We had a seed sale. We had an adopt a seedling activity event to try to spread the word, but also just to raise some money for supplies. They not only planted the garden, but they worked with these second and third graders who came to the garden. They helped us plant, they helped us harvest, they helped us clean up. They worked on some design work for the Romkey Park neighborhood. They went weekly and worked with this 4-H group that was growing food, they're kind of middle school age, for Dorothy Day Pantry. They helped green the playground over in for the Cobber kids. In other words, we purchased some planters and filled them, and the teachers there grew vegetables and flowers, and so the kids have all this stuff growing in their playground, which before was just, you know, asphalt and equipment. Really, the mission for the interns, for the garden project is educational. You know, it's the importance of local food, the importance of organic food, the importance of taking care of the environment so that it will sustain food production into the future, and helping people, just average people, you know, make decisions about something they do every day in a more ecologically friendly way, which is to say, you know, what they eat, what they buy, and what they prepare. So, the garden's divided into 3 segments. So one of the segments is called the pizza taco bed. So it's tomatoes and peppers and herbs and onions and the kinds of things that you would need to make either really good pizza or really good tacos. The middle section is called the Three Sisters bed, and that is where corn, beans, and squash are grown as companions. And indigenous peoples in North America have been growing those crops together for millennia, really. And then the third area we've left, we just call it farmer's market. I mean, we kind of leave it for experimentation, new things we want to try to grow, but they regularly donated across the street to Dorothy Day.
It's always great to see Concordia becoming more eco-friendly. Welcome to A&E. I'm Mariah Moen.
And I'm Emily Duvier.
Are you searching for something to entertain you? Well, look no further, because Acoustic Buzz is happening this Thursday night, January 26th. Opening is Carly Grandner with her musical skills, followed by the feature performer, Preston Pugmire. From 10 p.m. to 12 a.m., you can hear his original and awesome music in the maze. Bring friends and come listen to this unique performance.
On Friday, from 10 until 2 in the Centrum, Concordia CEC is hosting their annual health fair. It's a chance for students to focus on all parts of healthy living, including physical, emotional, spiritual, environmental, intellectual, and occupational health, as well as tips and ideas on how to improve all aspects of wellness in the coming year. There are over 40 organizations involved in this event, so it's guaranteed to be a good one. And to make the deal even sweeter, they are giving away Shields gift cards as door prizes for attending. So if you get the chance on Friday, you better make a stop in the Centrum.
Art is an important part of the liberal arts education. It is important to especially support the faculty that do their best to give us all a well-rounded education. The annual faculty art show at Concordia runs between now and March 11th and can be found in the Cyrus M. Running Gallery on campus. This annual exhibition features the recent work of Concordia art faculty David Boggs, Heidi Goldberg, Ross Hilgers, Mike Marth, Dwayne Mickelson, and Stephen Razak. The faculty members show off the work in a variety of media, including bronze, clay, graphic design, oil, photography, printmaking processes, and watercolor. It's a great way to appreciate the local culture Fargo-Moorhead has to offer.
Having a hard time coping with all the snow we are getting after Christmas? Well, it will be okay, especially if you check out Post-Traumatic Funk Syndrome, playing this Friday night at 8:30 in the Centrum. This 70s music 12-piece cover band has rocked some of the greatest musical hits of all times, such as Tina Turner, Aretha Franklin, and James Taylor. So if you're down for some rock and roll this weekend, or just want to escape the reality that we now have the perfect snow for the December, check out Post-Traumatic Funk Syndrome.
And now, the story we've all been hearing about, Mr. Concordia. This Saturday, January 28th at 7:30 p.m. in the Centrum, Cobbers are invited to come and watch the men of Concordia compete for the title of Mr. Concordia 2012. Watch as these amazing Cobbers show off their talents and Cobber spirit in style. Tickets will be available to purchase in the atrium on January 26th and 27th for $1 or at the door on the 28th for $2. All proceeds go to support the YWCA. The event is being brought to you by the ladies of the Lambda Delta Sigma, so make sure to come and support your fellow Cobbers.
Our top 5 this week are the top looks from the Golden Globes. Let's check out these beautiful looks. At number 5, we see how Zooey Deschanel's lime green accented black dress really made her eyes pop. Coming in at number 4, Glee star Diana Aragon looks like a dove rocking a ravishing red dress, complete with swan detailing. Missy Pyle looks like a fairy princess in her enchanting evening gown at number 3. In the number 2 spot, Paula Patton wins with a vibrant yellow mermaid, a beautiful fashion choice that can't be missed. At number 1, Modern Family's Sarah Hyland owns her elegant ivory dress with sophisticated black flowered belt. And now we're going to go back to the hosts and check out what they're doing.
Hey guys.
Welcome back, Cobbers.
So you guys have heard about, Mr. Concordia,
Faculty Art Show,
all this different stuff, but I think we even touched on the Eco House, correct?
Yeah, we did. Actually, I wanted to go a little bit over that. They're kind of looking into teaching students how to be a little more sustainable.
Yeah, definitely.
They're taking 4 students, and they're either going to do 4 boys, 4 girls, or
like
else
a
co-ed.
Yeah, co-ed. Got it.
Have you actually looked into that at all?
I've heard about it. I personally haven't been really involved in it. I haven't seen much for it yet, but I have heard about it so far.
I have an unfair advantage. Upcycling is kind of one of my passions.
Oh.
I'm an artist, and so what I like to do is take plastic and metal and things that I just find bits and bobbles and put them together.
You're definitely resourceful.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the Eco House is all about teaching Cobbers to do, is to be more resourceful and to use the resources that we do have more responsibly.
Yes, definitely. I've also heard there's upcoming housing for upperclassmen, and there's other things which got us on the idea of the Eco House.
Yep, exactly.
And well, besides that, what else?
Going on this weekend?
Yeah.
Well, the Mr. Concordia, obviously we are enthused about it, so you had all better be there. And
we
again,
are definitely going to be there.
Saturday, 7:30, Centrum, $2 at the tickets.
I don't think you guys would be able to kind of keep us away, technically.
No. So if you're not there, you'll hear from us.
Oh, yes. I'd be afraid, technically.
Nah.
Why not? I think we can be very intimidating if you'd like.
We're wearing poofy dresses. How are we intimidating?
High heels. Duh.
Well, that's it for tonight, folks, here. Check us out online at concordia.com.
And also, don't forget to check out our YouTube page.
Exactly.
But see you next week, Cobbers.
Have a good night.
Bye.